students, and welcome to Saurav's classes. My name is Ashmita, and in today's class we are going to solve analogy based questions for the English section. Now these kind of questions which we are going to solve today are very common in the compulsory English section of competitive examinations, especially GRE, then GMAT and other examinations where English forms a compulsory section. So here we are going to solve only 5 questions today, and through our classes each and every day we are going to solve 5 to 10 questions, and in this way you will be aware of new words and new synonyms and antonyms, and also other requirements that are there in the examination for the English portion especially. And this is how you're going to learn new words and also come across new meanings. This is how you're going to prepare. So let's start our class today, and let me tell you here what you have to do is that 2 words would be given side by side, and that would be the question which would be written in block letters, and the relation between the two is the main thing that we need to consider. Supposedly, question number 11 says apostate and religion. So first of all, we need to understand what is apostate and what is religion, and what is the relationship between the 2 words. And that particular relationship we need to find out between the words which are given here, and the one that suits the relationship will be the correct answer. Like, we have to find out the exact relationship which is portrayed in the question in the from the options below, and we have to choose the correct option. So let's start. Apostate and a religion. Now, apostate means a person who renounces a religious or political belief or any principle. Like, you have heard of people changing from one political party to another political party, so that you can term as apostate. Okay. And what is religion? Religion means basically a community. You all know what is religion. You can say that apostate is a part of religion and religion is the whole. You can say like that, because apostate means a person is actually moving from one religion to another religion. Okay, so let us check the options below and see which one is going with the question above. Now the first option says potentate and kingdom. Now potentate means a monarch or a ruler, and kingdom means obviously the territory of the king. So you can both of them refers to the same thing. Like, potentate is in the kingdom, that is, potentate is a monarch, or you can say a ruler. So the ruler is in his kingdom, obviously. So we will consider this, but let us see whether there are other better options given or not. Number B, traitor and country. A traitor is that person who actually spies. He is a betrayer, he is an informer, and normally works against the country. So traitor is a cheater, you can say. I'm writing it down, cheater or a betrayer. So if I put apostate and religion, once again I would like to tell you the meaning of apostate. That apostate is a person, yes, he's a person who basically goes away or leaves his own religion and goes into some other religion. So here also in number B, if we consider traitor and country, traitor is that person who leaves his own country, cheats his own country, and goes over to some other country and becomes a part of some other country. So we can consider number B to be a good option for the question, but we need to check the other options also. Number C is bureaucrat and government. Now bureaucrat means an official in a government department, and government, you all know, administration and executive. Okay, so basically bureaucrat is a part of the government. Okay, but here we are not talking about impart. Here we are talking about someone who is cheating their own department or cheating their own country. That is what we are talking about. Okay. Next is jailer and law. Jailer means the person who looks after the jails, and law means rules and regulations that we need to like abide by. So this will also not go. Last option is teacher in education. So teacher is the person who teaches, who like imparts education. So this one will also not go. So the best option would that would go is number B. Okay, moving over to question number 12. Fox and cunning. So we have normally heard since childhood days that fox is a cunning animal. Cunning means cruel. And we have to find this kind of an adjective with the animal from the options given below, and the one that suits the best with fox and cunning will be the correct option. Number 1 is dog and playful. Now obviously a dog is always playful. A dog always likes to play with his master, but this won't go. Let us move over to option number B, hyena and amusing. Obviously hyenas are never amusing, so this will not go. Number C is beaver and industrious. Now beaver means a rodent. It's like a mouse or a rat. It's a big one, mouse or a rat you can say, kind of. It is noted for its habit of gnawing through trees to fell them in order to make dams. So this beaver actually takes out mud from the tree trunk and finally throws down the tree in order to make dams. Okay. And industrious means a person like you can say hardworking, you can say diligent. Okay, industrious here doesn't mean someone runs industries. Here it means hardworking. Okay, so we can consider number C as the correct option because it's going with the characteristic of beaver. It like fox and cunning. Cunning is the characteristic of a fox, and industrious is also a characteristic of a beaver. These are inborn or innate. Like if I talk about cunning, cunning is an innate quality in a fox. That's why if I compare it with industrious and beaver, industrious or hardworking is in the cells of a beaver. A beaver since birth will start being industrious because it's in them always. So number C can be the best option, but let us check the other options also. Vixen and cute. So vixen, the female of fox is vixen, and cute is quite sweet and cute we can say, but it's just not going. Next is cold and sturdy. Now cold means a type of revolver. Okay. And sturdy means well built. So this will also not go. We cannot say anything about revolver over here because first of all they are talking about fox. It's an animal. So this won't go. Number C would be the correct option. That's it. Let us move over to question number 13. That is perjury and oath. Now perjury means the offense of willfully telling an untruth or making a misinterpretation under oath. Suppose you are told to tell all the truth in the court of law and you are touching that book of Gita or whatever religious book is there, you are touching it and you are purposefully telling a lie or you're misrepresenting something. So under oath you are telling false statements or lies. Okay, and oath means you are promising that you are going to tell the truth. So let us basically the meaning between perjury and oath is that perjury means false oath and oath means like promise. We need to find this kind of a relation between the words which are given in the options below. Plagiarism and authority. Now plagiarism means copying or piracy, you can say. Like it's not the original work, you are copying it or taking the idea from some original work. It's derivative. Okay, next is authority, the power or right to give orders. Okay, So plagiarism and authority, no, it's not going. Like cheating or plagiarism, derivation and author power, it's not going. Number B is embezzlement and trust. Now, embezzlement means theft or misappropriation of funds placed in one's trust or belonging to one's employer. Like suppose you have given funds or money to someone, and that person is either stealing that money or not being able to give proper expense list that the money has been spent in this way. So that person is basically taking away some part of the money in a wrong way. And trust, you all know that trust is like faith you have on someone. So embezzlement means kind of cheating you are doing with the money that you have been given or entrusted with. And trust means obviously your trust, just like oath. So if we compare these two, that is perjury oath and embezzlement and trust, you see perjury means telling lies, and embezzlement means like taking away some of the funds or the money that you have been entrusted with in a false way. A part of the money you are removing it in a false way. So perjury and embezzlement is going, and oath is a promise, trust is faith. So obviously number B can be a very good option for um, number B can be a very good option for number 13. Disrespect means that you are not respecting someone, and age, you all know, age means your years. So this is not making sense with the question. Let us move over to number D, that is testimony and court. Now testimony means evidence, okay, and court, you all know, it's the place where judgment takes place. So testimony, evidence and court, it's not going. Let us move over to number E, jury and vote. Now, jury means a body of people who actually sworns to give a verdict in a legal case on the basis of evidence which is submitted to them in the court. So they basically give like they basically give a verdict in a legal case, okay. And vow means any kind of promise or pledge or swear, okay. No, this is absolutely the opposite of perjury and oath. You see, jury is the opposite of perjury. Like perjury means false promise you are doing, and vow means like you are swearing or promising. So it's not going. Let us move over to number 14. Eulogy and blame. Now, eulogy means a speech or piece of writing that praises someone or something highly, especially a tribute to someone who has just died. Okay, it's kind of a speech or writing which actually pays tribute to someone. Okay, a person who has died. Like I'm writing it down. It's a speech, or you can say writing for a person who is no more. And blame means you are blaming someone. You basically feel or declare that someone or something is responsible for any fault or wrong. Okay, that is blame. Let us find this kind of a relation between eulogy and blame. So basically eulogy and blame is not having any kind of relationship, because you see, eulogy means you are paying tribute to a person who is dead, and blame means you are blaming someone, okay. Still, let us see this kind of relation which eulogy and blame like shares between each other. We need to find that kind of relationship. The number A says elegy and loss. Now elegy itself means that it's a lament for the dead. So it's kind of going with eulogy. But what about loss? Loss means like gone. You are not going to get that again, so it's lost. So elegy and loss won't go. Moving over to number B, that is satire and mockery. Now satire means you are like you are using taunting words, okay? You are sarcastically telling something. And mockery means making fun of. So satire and mockery, no, it's not going with eulogy and blame words. Let us move over to number C, tirade and abuse. Now tirade means long angry speech of criticism or accusation, okay? So it's of you are accusing someone through your speech, that is tirade. And what is abuse? Abuse means using like wrong words, misuse of something, okay? So if I compare it with eulogy and blame, no, not this is not going. Number D, simile and likeness. Now simile means you are comparing two things, like it's a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind. And likeness means you are liking something, that's it. But this will also not go. Number E, benediction and curse. Now benediction means any kind of a blessing or a prayer, okay? And curse means you are like you are giving like curse to someone, like it's a solemn utterance which is intended to evoke a supernatural power, basically to inflict some sort of harm or punishment to someone or to something. You want something bad to happen to someone, that is what you hope, that is what you curse them, okay? So it's basically, curse is basically done to inflict harm. So if I compare it with the question above, that is eulogy and blame. Eulogy, I have already told you, it's writing presented in the faith of the dead. So if I talk about benediction, it's kind of going to the same thing, that is it's a blessing, it's a good thing. And blame, if I see, blame means you are blaming someone, curse means you are cursing or inflicting harm on someone, you are saying wrong things about that person. So you can see number E will definitely go with number 14. So I'm considering number E to be the correct option. Let us move over to number 15. That is the last question for today, pride and lions. Now pride is a group of lion, okay? So basically it's the collective noun for lions. Now gaggle means a group of geese, okay? So this is also a collective noun for geese, and geese are birds. It's kind of going with pride and lions, because gaggle is also a collective noun. So I would suggest you all to select number A as the correct option. But let us see the other options also. Number B is saying honor and thieves. Now honor means high respect or great esteem, and thieves are people who steal things. So this is just not going. Number C, snarl and wolves. Now snarl means to growl, to show your teeth, and wolves generally do that while howling, while growling, I must say. But they are not talking about any collective noun like pride. Next is arrogance and kings. See, arrogance are a part of the characteristic of kings. Obviously, kings or rulers will have arrogance at some point of time. So this is all right. It's not, but it's not just going with the question. Number E is lair and bears. So lair means a place where a wild animal, especially a fierce or a dangerous animal, lives. So if I talk about bears and lair is a shelter for the bear. We need to talk about collective noun. So it's not given, so wrong. Number A would be the correct option. So that was the entire discussion for today's class. We're going to meet once again with more such questions and their solutions in the other classes.